Hi everyone, my name's Erin and today I'm joined by my wonderful fiance Asher and we are here to give you a life update.
Do I look good?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. My hair good?
Yeah, it looks good. I look really little, I might have to sit on a pillow.
I mean, you are little.
Alright, so the last video that we did together, we were saying how we're going back to being long distance. Obviously that's not the case now, but we were long distance for maybe like 3.5 months. We were long distance, or 3 months. So
Not too long.
not too long compared to what we've done before, but definitely we didn't know what was gonna happen because I was going back from Canada to America at the start of COVID, and you know, we're in the immigration process. As my shirt says, we're still engaged. Pretty much everything with the visas has been put on hold, which is super understandable, but you know, has been a little bit sad because we really were hoping to be married in 2020. So yeah, so we're still engaged, still in the K1 fiancé visa process. Still hoping to hear back from immigration soon, but we've been in touch with them and you know, we still are like in line for an interview and everything like that, but it's pretty understandable that things are backed up and on hold right now. This is coming from the future, editing Erin, and it is February now. It was the end of December in that video, so yeah, I didn't get around to editing it until now. I'm so sorry, but the info is a little bit outdated because we are back to being long distance for a little while, just temporarily for immigration stuff. So anyway, some of this info is a little bit older, but like a month and a half. So just wanted to give that disclaimer. But yeah, it's still our most recent life update, and we'll talk more about what's going on now in the next life update video. So yeah, I left Canada in the beginning of February and came back to California, and then we just did the long distance thing, trying to figure out, you know, what was next for us.
And then COVID happened and we continued to be long distance. And then we decided that because I couldn't work during COVID because my mom has a compromised immune system and I was working at a group home. So it was just a little risky, and there was an outbreak at another location of my group home. So just for my mom's health, it wasn't the best if I was working and like interacting with people like on a regular basis, and like people who also go to see other people all the time. So I wasn't able to work, and there was nothing holding me back. I was in an online program and unable to go to my work, so there was nothing that was keeping me there. So we decided that I would come to California, and I extended my visit so that I'm still legally allowed to be here. So I'm not officially living here, but I am staying here, and we are like treating it as if I am living here. Like yeah. Both our cats are here, and basically all my stuff is here, and the only reason I'm gonna go back is for my interview, and then I'm hoping it'll all be approved, and then I can come back here and it'll all be official.
Yeah, exactly. So right now Asher is on a visitor's visa because we're still trying to figure out, you know, just waiting to hear back from the embassy and everything like that. But I made a lot of phone calls to a lot of people in the USCIS and the National Visa Center and Border Patrol and all that sort of stuff to make sure that Asher could come, because we'd heard that borders were closed, but then airplane borders were open a little bit later, so we were really pleasantly surprised about that. So anyway, just logistically and immigration wise, it's been a little confusing, but we have figured everything out, and you know, it's working as well as it can right now, and we're just hopeful that we hear back soon from the embassy or consulate and we can go back to Canada for the interview, and then Asher can be a permanent resident here finally. So
and we can finally get married.
Yeah,
which we really want to do.
Yeah, we're like so ready. so yeah, that's basically our life update. And where we are right now is different than where we've ever been before. We got an apartment together in La Jolla, San Diego. So why we moved down here, we definitely wanted to stay in California this year, but we just weren't exactly sure where and what we could afford. And we were really into the idea of living somewhere that neither of us had lived before, just kind of like, you know, a fresh start for both of us. I lived in Northern California a lot of my life, so I was really interested in looking at what Southern California was like. And whenever we visited, we've absolutely loved it. So yeah, that's why we picked a place down here. It's a lot more affordable than the Bay Area, and it was just a new place to check out. So we moved here at the beginning of July.
We also didn't want a big city, so this is a little outside of the city, which is a lot better for just us and what we want in a living situation.
Yeah, so we have, you know, access to the city, even though we actually haven't gone into San Diego this whole time. We've been here.
We would like to.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of outbreaks, and we are genuinely taking this pandemic as seriously as it should be taken. But the only time we really go out is we do hikes, which is a trail nearby, which no one really uses. And when we go grocery shopping, we did do groceries where we went outside, like went out and got our groceries. But now with the cases rising, we are doing click and collect. So we just pick it up and they put it in the trunk for us, and then we go home and sanitize it all.
Yeah, so really we don't have any outings. We aren't seeing people. You know, it's been hard because we haven't been able to explore this new area that much. We're lucky that there's a lot of nature around us, and that is pretty safe to go to because there's really no way to be around other people when you're like on a deserted trail or mountain or something. So we've been able to explore the beach a little bit when it's not the crowded beaches. We haven't gone to any of like the popular crowded beaches, but we've been able to explore some parts of the beach as well as a number of different hiking trails. And that's kind of about it in terms of what we've been able to venture out and do safely. Just because, like we said, cases are rising again. Honestly, they haven't really stopped rising since COVID started because the United States is kind of a mess in terms of COVID. So we just haven't felt that safe to go out and explore. We're hoping, you know, depending on the vaccine and timeline with that, we hope that we will be able to explore around here before we leave, because we're actually going to be moving out of California in about 6 months. So we'll get into that in another video. But yeah, so we hope to still be able to explore a little bit more, but so far we've loved what we've seen here and it's really nice. We just filmed an apartment tour, so we'll post that next week. But yeah, we really do love our little apartment here, and the cats love it, and we've loved Southern California, and we really fell in love with the desert vibes here. There's just a lot of cacti everywhere and like palms and succulents and all that sort of stuff. So we really love it, and we don't mind the heat at all because there's no humidity.
Which is amazing because Ontario is full of humidity.
Yeah, so
and it's not great.
It's not that great, and you know, we don't get rough winters. Like, it's super sunny right now and it's the middle of December or the end of December. So yeah, it's really, really nice here.
So we do love our apartment. We're really glad that it is a pretty decent size because we do spend the majority of our life in it right now. We're constantly in it, so we have a setup. We have an office little setup. We have our living room. We have our kitchen, bathroom, 1 bedroom. This apartment complex has a pool. It has a hot tub. It has a barbecue setup. It has laundry, a gym. It has a bunch of different things. Some of those are open, but because of COVID, most of them are closed, which obviously initially when we were looking into the apartment, those are things that we really wanted to utilize and we were hoping to do so. But given COVID,
we totally understand why they're closed, and we respect that.
And even if the gym did open roughly for like a month during this time, and they were only letting 1 person in at a time. but even that we didn't want to risk.
We really just stick to our apartment and then our empty hiking trails.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. We did definitely take advantage of the pool a lot during the warmer months, and we're excited to get back to that in the spring and summer. It was really good because it's a big enough pool that even if there's 2 other people in it, they can stay on one side and we can stay on the other. But I would say like 90% of the times we were at the pool, it was just the 2 of us. So we would pick days of the week and times of the day that really weren't popular for pool time. So, and like if, you know, we would walk there and see like there was a family there or something, we would just turn around and come home. So yeah, but we're definitely excited to use the pool. That's our favorite amenity. And I'm hoping that the barbecues are able to open before we leave, but we're not really sure about that. We love it here. I'm gonna put in some footage of like the surrounding area and the plants around and the trail that we go on hiking and everything, just because it's so beautiful, and some of the beach and stuff like that we've gotten to go to. So I'm gonna put in some of that footage just because it's so beautiful, and I want to show you, you know, why we picked this place as a place to live and why we love it. Okay, so I think that's it. Did we cover everything?
Honestly don't know what we talked about, and that it like didn't record.
Yeah, I didn't record for everything, but I think we talked about the immigration stuff. You're here, you're good. We're still waiting on the K1 fiancé visa, hence why we're still engaged, not married, but hopefully 2021 will be the year we can get married.
We would like to get married.
We are really ready.
Yeah.
So we talked about that. We talked about why we live down here.
We have exciting news of where we're gonna move next.
If you are following us on Instagram or Facebook or anything, you already know this news, but we bought a house.
Which we're really excited about. We'll make another video going more in depth of the house itself and why we chose the location and the house and everything. But we are really genuinely excited, and it's hopefully our forever home. We put a lot of thought into all of it, and just, yeah. Yeah, so that will be another video. This was just our life update video, and then next week you'll see our apartment tour, which we just filmed. And then after that, you'll see our video talking about why we're moving again, and hopefully we won't have to move again after that. Hopefully not.
So yeah, that's our life update. If you have any questions about any of this, please comment below or give us ideas for videos to make. We would love to make them. And make sure to follow both of us on social media. We will see you all in our next video.
And her next video. Billy. Whose Billy is this? Is this mine? Is it? Yeah, it's yours.